the ability to withdraw and redirect those resources towards more promising ventures is not a failure. It is a strategic adjustment. The sunk cost should never dictate continued investment. When confronted with adversaries possessing substantially greater resources, head-on conflict often leads to unnecessary losses. A strategic withdrawal, followed by a calculated regroup and subsequent counterattack at an opportune moment, frequently results in outcomes that the initial charge would have failed to achieve. The key lies in detaching one's ego from the strategy completely. Ego clings stubbornly to every position, viewing any concession as diminishment. Strategy, on the other hand, focuses solely on whether maintaining a particular position at a given moment serves one's long-term objectives. Learn when to stand firm without moving an inch, and when to retreat without remorse. The individual who masterfully navigates both scenarios is more formidable than one confined to a single approach. The art of strategic thinking extends to the long game. Most people make decisions based on immediate relief, disregarding future consequences. These choices often compromise tomorrow's standing subtly and become untenable only much later. The cold, calculated mindset advocated by Machiavelli embodies a long-term perspective. It does not seek the easiest path today. Instead, it focuses on securing the outcome one has committed to over the time frame that truly matters. It willingly endures hardship now in exchange for a stronger position later. Adopting a long-term mindset changes the quality of decisions by preventing premature revelation of one's full potential. Those who underestimate you surrender the most valuable advantages. Thus, it is wise to maintain an air of mystery when stakes are low, allowing others to form inflated perceptions of your capabilities. Engaging in a strategic approach to personal growth and development entails adopting an unyielding identity. This involves cultivating a clear-sighted perspective, thoughtful deliberations, and strategic advantages that position you beyond ordinary obstacles. Firstly, opportunities for advancement often present themselves when least expected. One must remain vigilant and seize these moments with exceptional performances, demonstrating capabilities surpassing expectations at the critical junctures that significantly influence outcomes. Secondly, those embarking on a long-term journey of self-improvement do not aim for instant gratification or contentment with their current standing. Instead, they actively pursue the most challenging undertakings and push against the boundaries of their present abilities. The difficulties faced today lay the groundwork for advantages tomorrow. Comfort today equates to stagnation tomorrow. Thirdly, patience is a virtue when playing the long game. One does not rush into action merely because waiting feels uncomfortable. Instead, they maintain a steady presence, waiting for the ideal moment to act decisively with the accumulated wisdom gathered during periods of restraint. This mental fortitude requires a specific and trainable mindset to the ability to visualize one's future position with clarity while making decisions from the present perspective. The future vision of the long-game thinker is not nebulous, but rather precise, detailing the deliberate path they are carving out for themselves. Each decision is evaluated based on this vision without sentimentality clouding judgment. Historically, those who have built enduring power possess a unique trait to they operate on a longer timeline than their contemporaries. They are willing to be misunderstood in the short term because they can already envision the long-term consequences of their actions when others cannot. They trade temporary comfort for future advantages without hesitation. Operating on a longer timeline sets individuals apart, compounding strengths year after year through disciplined choices and consistent actions. Those who prioritize immediate comfort will eventually find such resilience challenging to comprehend. Lastly, the unstoppable identity encompasses all the principles previously mentioned: strategic clarity, calculated pauses, information advantages, consistency, positioning, and long-term thinking. By cultivating this identity, one develops a version of themselves that is indomitable, resilient, and unyielding to ordinary challenges that may deter others. Resilient individuals, a term that connotes neither arrogance nor overconfidence, but rather an unwavering conviction born from within. This self-assuredness is not baseless. It's the culmination of persistent introspection, the gradual cultivation of discipline, and the honing of self-awareness through consistent, honest self-evaluation. Unlike many, whose confidence is contingent on external circumstances, this conviction remains steadfast regardless of the winds of fortune. Most individuals' self-assurance is as susceptible to fluctuations as a weather vane. They feel secure when conditions are favorable, their plans are progressing, and they're reaping success. However, upon encountering adversity, when circumstances turn unfavorable, feedback becomes critical, or obstacles loom large, their self-assurance crumbles. At such moments, when clear judgment is most needed, decisions are often made that lead to outcomes difficult to recover. The individual of unshakable character does not succumb to such weather-dependent confidence. Instead, their internal equilibrium is self-generated, stemming from their unwavering commitment to their own standards, their personal integrity, and their clear understanding of their purpose and aspirations. These are not derived from the current situation, but are a deliberate construction, a structure they have painstakingly erected and maintained. Historically, the most enduring leaders shared this quality. They withstood the tempests that dismantled lesser constructions because they had crafted an identity independent of external circumstances. Even in the face of significant setbacks or severe criticism, they remained steadfast in their convictions, for their sense of self was not a reflection of fleeting circumstances, but a testament to their unwavering resolve. Constructing such an identity is a daily endeavor with no definitive endpoint. It requires constant vigilance and repetition to maintain and neglect to lose. It means keeping your word to yourself, even in the smallest moments, because it's in these quiet instances that identity is truly forged, not during grand spectacles. It necessitates maintaining discipline when tempted to falter, pushing forward when progress feels arduous, and possessing a clear, unwavering vision of what you are building and why, not because an external authority has sanctioned it, but because it resonates deeply within you. With unwavering conviction, one embarks on a journey, propelled by an inner resolve that transcends doubt and fear. This decision, made with the resolute certainty of one's authentic self, sets the course for life's trajectory. Once this self-constructed identity is fully actualized, a transformation occurs. The trials that once toppled one's foundations no longer have the power to destabilize, as one has repeatedly demonstrated resilience in the face of adversity. The apprehension that used to paralyze at pivotal moments loses its grip, replaced by the conviction born from consistent actions and outcomes. One becomes an immovable force, not because obstacles will cease to arise, but because one is no longer the same individual who once cowered at the first sign of resistance. Through deliberate and sustained effort, one has been forged anew. One acquires the ability to view others objectively, employing a discerning gaze that penetrates facades. One learns the art of strategic pauses, transforming reactions into conscious decisions. Listening becomes more important than speaking, offering an informational edge. Consistent excellence becomes a building block, while trust serves as a protective fortress for one's most valuable investments. Positioning oneself strategically before needs arise becomes second nature. Retreating tactically preserves strength for the battles that truly matter. One learns to play the long game, trading short-term comfort for future strategic advantage. One understands the indomitable self, identity forged in seemingly insignificant moments, tested under pressure, and ultimately unaffected by external influences. These operational frameworks function in every competitive arena, every high-stakes situation, and every environment where the difference between shaping events and merely experiencing them hinges on one's mental acuity and preparedness. The world will challenge one's commitment to this new way of operating from the very start. Temptations to revert to old patterns will arise. Emotional impulses may seem more appealing than calculated responses. However, one must remember that the path to mastery lies not in comfort or familiarity, but in discipline and preparation. Embracing clarity, a guide to navigating life with precision and foresight. Clarity, in essence, is the ability to perceive reality as it truly is, devoid of sentimental biases or impulsive reactions. It's a state that allows you to discern the essential truths and act accordingly. This essay aims to elucidate the virtues of clarity, drawing parallels with the timeless wisdom of Niccolo Machiavelli. Being clear-eyed involves seeing situations without distortion, a quality that is crucial in navigating life effectively. Similarly, being calculated means making decisions deliberately at every turn. In your life, significant events don't transpire haphazardly. They result from deliberate choices and careful considerations. You are the architect of your actions, never merely a pawn swayed by temporary emotions. Furthermore, staying ahead means maintaining a strategic advantage over circumstances. It signifies anticipating future developments and preparing for them proactively. Instead of reacting to situations once they unfold, you position yourself one step ahead of the game, making moves before others even realize the contest has begun. This approach is not about transforming into an idealized version of oneself at some indeterminate point in the future. It's about embracing this mindset right now. The world requires individuals who can perceive reality accurately, think methodically, plan meticulously, and execute decisively when the situation demands it. You have the potential to be such an individual. However, the question remains, will you choose to be? The power to shape your destiny lies within you. Seize the insights presented here and integrate them into your daily life. Let this transformation commence today. The world awaits leaders who can guide it with clarity, strategy, and foresight. Go forth, build, lead, and triumph.